Hey guys, and welcome back to the De Jesus Corner. Alright, so Yadi and I just got back from the beach, and I had been reading this book basically throughout the whole thing. It talked about this recipe for Mama's flat apple pie. And in the back of it, it has the recipe, and it sounds so good, and everyone in the book loved the pie. So I had wanted to try it. So Yadi and I stopped off at the grocery store on our way home, and we got a couple items to make it. So I figured it'd be fun little video to shoot and see how it turns out. Hopefully good, because it sounded really good in the book. I'm gonna be disappointed if it's not. But let's show you guys the ingredients. Here is the list of ingredients. If you guys want to pause the video and look at that in case you are interested in making the pie yourself. So basically what you're gonna need is eggs, apples. It calls for Granny Smith, but preferably I like red apples over the green ones, so that's why I got those. It calls for orange juice, a little bit of lemon juice. It calls for nutmeg, cinnamon. We don't have cinnamon, but instead of buying just a whole new bottle, we're just gonna use the cinnamon sugar that we already have. Butter, sugar, a little bit of salt, milk, all-purpose flour, some shortening, and Frosted Flakes or some other similar flake cereal. This was just the one that was on sale at our store, so that's what we got. Yeah, so this is what you will need. So let's get started. To start off, we are going to preheat our oven to 350 degrees. So we're gonna bake 350 and get that preheated. So first, I got my big old pan, and it's saying to blend together the flour, the shortening, and the salt. It calls for a half of a teaspoon. That's a fourth. That's a teaspoon, so a half of a teaspoon. That would be about that much. Alright, this is the only thing I have for salt, so obviously I can't really measure that out perfectly. I'm just gonna use seeing that as a guide and put a little bit of this in here. Alright, so next it calls for 3 cups of all-purpose flour. We got a small bag, so instead of putting my big cup in there, we're just gonna use this one and, do the math, do 6 of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Next, we need 1 1/3 cup of shortening. Let's see. It's not coming out. Ew. This feels like butter. Like, this literally feels like the exact same as butter. Which, I guess is why it is a substitute for butter. But still. Okay, also, for anyone who's watching, I am not claiming to be a good baker. If you see me doing anything and it's making you, cringe, I'm so sorry. This is all just for fun, so please don't come for me in the comments. It actually slipped off my hand and went onto the wall. The direction says to mix this together. good enough. Let's put that to the side. And I'm grabbing another bowl and I'm going to put in 2/3 cup of milk. And then add egg yolk and mix in using a fork. So I need 2 of these. Alright, there's one. Keep these egg whites, don't get rid of those. We will need them in a moment. I'm just going to use my whisk again instead of messing with a fork. Break that yolk. Now that we have this all combined well, we're going to put it in with our dough mixture. Alright, I'm going to use a fork now to mix this up because it was getting caught really bad in the whisk. So hopefully this can get this combined a little bit better. Will you open that up? And just pour a little bit, just like a hair of it in there. It's still just a touch too sticky, I think. A little bit more. That's good. Let's see how that does. I have Yadi here as my assistant today. Right there. Perfect.
Welcome to our pizza making video. This is the dough for our pizza.
This is so much dough. We're gonna have apple pie for a week.
Oh.
I have never made dough like this before. This is my first time. But it looks pretty good to me. So it says cut it in half. I'm gonna just use my fingers because we don't have anything fancy to cut that in half with. But yeah. Let's roll this into a ball.
This is a Play-Doh rolling tutorial.
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 You
Tutorial.
sound like me. The recipe told me to divide our dough in half. So that is what we have done. And we are gonna put half of this into the bottom of our pan. I'm gonna go ahead and just butter the bottom of my pan real quick. Get that nice and buttery so it doesn't stick.
This is what you do when you don't have ham spray.
Yeah, it works. Just press it into the bottom of our pan. Next, will you sprinkle some of that cereal onto the bottom? Our frosted flakes.
How much more do you want?
That's good. So I'm gonna press that into there. So I have my apples, and the book says to peel and thinly slice the apples and spread over the bottom of the crust. So now I'm gonna take some time, we'll do a little time lapse, and I will show you how I peel them. I have sliced up my apples into thin little pieces, and I put them all over our crust. And we don't really, at least I don't like super thick apple pies, so I didn't really put as many apples as it called for in the recipe, but you can put as many or as little apples as you like. So then now it's saying to sprinkle on our mixture of nutmeg, cinnamon, and our sugar. So it needs 1 tablespoon of the cinnamon. We need a teaspoon of the nutmeg. And then it calls for a cup of sugar. So there's 1/2 cup.
Ooh.
2 cups. I mean, not really. So let's just do a small little whisk of that.
Diabetes in a bowl.
Yeah, for real. It smells really yummy though, doesn't it?
Once again, diabetes in a bowl. Of course it's yummy.
Alright, and I'm just gonna gently pour that over our mixture of apples and our crust. Man, that's a lot. I'm not gonna put all that on there.
Okay.
Maybe it's because she puts way more apples. Cause hers calls for 8 to 10 apples, and I put like 2 or what, 2.5? Yeah, I'm gonna leave the rest of this out, cause that's a lot. So next, we're gonna put some lemon juice and some orange juice. This one was also on sale, that's why we got this. And it calls for a tablespoon, only a tablespoon of orange juice. But that's fine. Yachty will drink the rest of this. Won't you, Yachty?
Mm-hmm.
No. This is just trouble waiting to happen.
It's already seeping.
No. I'm gonna get one of these smaller ones and get a little bit of this out like that. And a teaspoon of lemon juice. This corner is gonna be super sour. So now it's saying to put a little bit of butter, chunks of butter, or dollops of margarine. Plop those in there. Now it's saying to roll out the top crust and place it over the top of this. I don't really have anywhere to roll this out.
Smack it.
Yeah, so we're just gonna smack it. All of our cutting boards are, oh no, it's breaking. I always see people put a little bit of flour on their rolling pins, like this, and on this. So let's hope that this actually works. This is our biggest cutting board, so this will have to do. Oh no. Wait, I also see people do this thing where they roll it, like in. No, it's sticking to our cutting board. I didn't think about that. Crap.
Oh, you're supposed to put flour on there.
Yeah, I'll have to redo it because it won't come up. Let's try that again.
3 hours later.
What the heck? How do people do this? It is not coming off like at all. No, it's just all falling apart. What have I done wrong? It's okay, we'll just make it work. Right?
Yeah.
It'll just be not as pretty of a pie. Still be hopefully delicious. That looks good to me. Good enough as it's gonna get. Alright.
Try to cover up those holes in the middle.
No, it's supposed to cut slits into it.
Never mind.
So that's why I'm not too worried about the holes, is because it says to put slits in it anyway. So I guess to let the air through or something. I don't know, but so there's that. It says seal the edge. Oh no. Whatever. It'll be fine. Beat the egg whites until stiff. Until stiff. Mix the egg whites and beat them until they are stiff. I've never done this before, but we're gonna try our best. We don't have an electric mixer, so we're gonna have to just do this. My arms are getting tired already.
Well, yeah, I want you to put it in a mixer here.
I know. Well, yeah, that's because it's a lot easier. But I don't have a mixer.
My turn.
Oh,
Like this?
like, were you doing it like this? I couldn't see you. Yeah, pretty much. Or just go back and forth, whatever. Just do whatever. Let me tell y'all, it'll be a lot better if you have an electric mixer. This is a workout.
I'm really bad at this. I'm really bad at this. How do you do it like that?
A few moments later.
So, we have been mixing for a while. I have been mixing. Yachty helped a little bit, but he doesn't really know how to whip, like with a whisk, which is okay. But we looked up like how to kind of tell. Yeah, so that's what came up. I think we're getting pretty close. I think it's a soft peak right now. I don't know if y'all can even see that. But so I'm gonna keep mixing for a little bit longer because I think we're really close. Alright, so we've kind of given up, we as in me, I've given up beating these, and it says to put them on top of here. So we're getting our rubber spatula and we're just gonna evenly distribute these egg whites. I hope this is good because I don't know if I like whipped egg whites. I can't remember. So now we are gonna put this in our oven for 45 minutes and let it slow cook. Okay, so the pie has come out. The inside part looks pretty good, but the egg whites
Looks like puke.
we're gonna cut it up and get a little bit of it. Unfortunately, we don't have any vanilla ice cream. I think this would go really good with that, but we're gonna see how it tastes. Who knows? That little thing on the top might be really good, or next time we make it, we might be taking that out. We'll see. This whole thing just came straight off. This is still just straight dough. So I'm gonna take this off, put it back in the oven for a little bit longer and let it cook the top of it. This, surprisingly, it was really good. But we're gonna take it off because obviously like that's already cooked. If you make this at home, I would not put this on there.
And this is how you make apple pie.
The book made it seem a lot better. I'm not gonna lie. But you know, she actually knew how to cook this. She was a good cook, or baker, I guess I should say. So she actually knew what she was doing. I don't. So maybe this would be really good if you knew how to cook. So if you do, try this at home. And if you don't know how to cook, just buy a pie. Don't cook it. Okay, that's all for this video. Bye guys, thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see more funny videos like this. We put all kinds of different videos. Subscribe, check it out. Check out some of our other videos and give this one a like.